Hello, ladies. Hello. Happy Saturday. Say hello whether you are live or on the replay. I'd love to know who is receiving and watching the magic that I'm sharing on here. I believe in divine timing, so if your eyeballs are drawn to this page, if your soul feels drawn to my energy, if my content resonates with you, then that means the messages here are for you. And there's wisdom and there's magic here for you to discover. So I, like many women, started off learning about feminine energy through YouTube and Google. So, there's a lot of basic content out there, free blogs and videos and meditations that you can find. And all of that is a wonderful first step to first get acquainted with this more magical, different side of yourself. And for me, it was like this very exciting rabbit hole that I discovered. I was very intrigued by this mysterious feminine energy, this feminine magic, and I was very fascinated with everything. But there tends to be a lot of false information out there about the feminine, making it seem like it's something that it's not. Things such as making it seem like it's about playing games or taking on a persona or having these rigid rules that you follow, or that it's about maybe dressing a certain way or putting on a masquerade with men to get them to like you more. And all of that tends to evoke a lot of fear and anxiety in a lot of women because they're going to start to always worry about whether they're doing or saying the right thing. And that's because they haven't really laid that proper foundation of who they are within themselves first. And truthfully, like a lot of the basic stuff that you see out there, it will grab attention. It might create attraction. It might give you like that temporary ego boost. But once that's faded away, like what else is there for you? Like, do you only want like that surface level stuff, or do you want to create depth in who you are? Do you only want the superficial attention of a man, or do you want the actual spiritual connection from a man? Do you want to keep running away from your insecurities and always needing like a cover up to kind of distract yourself, or do you actually want to resolve what's there so you actually feel relaxed in your body? And although desiring a man or wanting to feel more beautiful is normal, the part of you that craves that can actually end up working against you because it's going to get filtered through all of your unhealed wounds and all of that baggage that you haven't processed. So that's going to lead to a lot of desperate behavior. That's going to lead to you acting like something that you're not. It's going to lead to you stifling your real self. It's going to lead to you settling for crumbs or hiding behind a facade because you haven't embodied your actual authenticity. You haven't embodied the depth of who you really are. And for me, like there came a time where I knew I needed more. I was living from a very controlled place, never really being able to relax or be in the moment. I was kind of dancing in circles with all of these quick fixes and surface level tactics. And I was trying to convince myself that I was healing, but I wasn't actually hitting like those core wounds that really, really needed to be addressed. All I was doing was really hiding from myself and avoiding myself, and that kept me really stifled and feeling very imprisoned within my own body. And the truth is, like, I didn't know how to meet the woman within me. So real embodied elite feminine sovereignty, it's all about meeting the unique woman that's inside of you. So I didn't know how to tap into that in myself, and I didn't know how to let that part of me be more open and more expressed and more visible. So I was more in my head, focused more on the quick fixes and the strategies, but I wasn't actually feeling anything on that deeper level because I was only on the surface of myself. So femininity doesn't mean anything if you are still being led by your wounded self or by a facade. So if you're still disconnected from your inner world, it doesn't matter what you try to hide behind. If there's a lot of neglected things within yourself that you're running from, other people can still feel that and pick up on that. It's going to have you always being unfulfilled. It's going to have you very anxious. It's going to have you always worried about doing or saying the right thing. And I know for me, like I got to a point where I knew I needed to take it deeper. I knew I needed like that soul surgery to really begin cleansing and clearing myself from all of that stuff that was holding me down. So I ended up doing a lot of programs that are out there. And although they did help, it did only kind of skim the surface of what I really, really needed. So I did go on to create my own signature healing methods based on a lot of the older ancient teachings of the yin and yang, feminine, masculine energy that I was learning. Teachings on spirituality, teachings on neurolinguistic programming, understanding the brain, understanding how to rewire the subconscious mind. So all of that, along with a lot of trial and error, that's what allowed me to get to those root core issues that were within me that was holding me down. So what I discovered was really blocking me from feeling that feminine within me was a lot of the distorted imprinting that I picked up from childhood. So I picked up a lot of false narratives and conditioning about my worth, about myself, about my womanhood, about my soul, and all of that led to a lot of fear. It led to a lot of fear around abandonment, insecurity, low self-esteem, a lot of shame, a feeling of scarcity and desperation. So you can see, like, if you're holding on to all of that and you're not addressing it, things like that can't be covered up with like a pretty dress and like a nice smile. You really do have to take it deeper and clear and kind of work from the inside out if you really do want to create value and depth within yourself from the inside out. And with the signature methods that I was using, I was able to extract those blocks that were creating that, that stifled feeling within myself. And when I did that, I was able to create space within my soul and really connect to myself a lot deeper. And when I was able to do that, that's what allowed that inner woman within me to become more visible and to come out a lot more and to become more expressed in the world and seen in the world. And through this work, I've become more grounded in who I am. I feel more secure. I feel more stable in who I am. I trust myself. I know that I have my back. I have the confidence to be able to handle whatever life throws at me. And to me, that's true healing of your feminine energy. Real healing of your feminine. It allows you to blossom into your luxury as a woman. And your luxury is that state of inner beauty. It's that wisdom. It's that spirit. It's that essence within you. And so you see, it's not about covering up with something or playing games or running away from yourself. It's more about going the other way and meeting yourself, meeting that inner woman and letting her come out, removing those blocks and letting your own unique inner woman come through. And when you do that, you'll get to a point where your worth is just natural, where there's no game that you have to play. And this infinite allure, this elite feminine sovereignty, this oasis of magic, this high voltage magic, it's something that grows every single day because as a woman, there's so many layers to who you are on a cosmic, spiritual, universal level. So you're always going to be, every day becomes a mystery. You're always learning and evolving and getting to know yourself. And that is truly what the feminine is all about. It's learning how to have like that energetic dance with yourself. And that allows you to fall in love with yourself every single day. And there are very specific things that you need to learn to awaken that within you. So YouTube videos and generalized blogs, they do scratch the surface, but they can't really tell you how to be feminine, how to awaken that unique feminine within you. Because it is going to vary depending on the woman. So it's not really a cookie cutter game or like a one size fits all solution for everybody. It really is a personal journey that you have to take uniquely for you. It is an individual journey that you have to take for you and remove the blocks that are preventing you from feeling what's already there. Because femininity is already within you. It is who you are at your core. You just need the guidance on how to remove what's holding you back from being able to feel that within yourself. And that's what we'll be doing within the group coaching program, the Erotic Luxury Temple. And I do highly recommend to join us because these are not concepts that you've seen with other people. I've really taken the time to study the more in-depth spiritual side of the divine feminine energy, this feminine magic. And I've taken time to really study and implement to get the results that I've gotten. And that's what I want for you too. So you can emerge from this program a more sovereign, enchanting, magical version of yourself who no longer feels stifled and who feels freedom in who you are. Because you're not meant to be stifled as a woman. So if you do feel that way, if you feel constricted, if you feel empty, if you feel uninspired, if you feel unfulfilled and unhappy, that is a sign that there's some deep soul searching that is needed, that you might need to explore and take that journey within yourself. Because to attract honor and reverence and devotion in the external world, it does have to start from within first. It really does start by the way you show up for yourself. And when you do that, when you give yourself that space to do that, that's when you allow yourself to flow. And in that flow is where you find your happiness. And in that flow is where you find the depth of your spirit as a woman and your essence and that unique feminine energy within you. All right, ladies, thank you for watching. That is all for today. Leave me your insights or your comments down below. And if this evoked anything in you, if this inspired you in any way, let me know how it landed. If you want to take this further and really embody that unique individual depth of who you are in your elite feminine energy, that elite feminine sovereignty, then I do highly recommend to join us in the temple. We start next month on February 27th, and we only have about 8 spots left. And the early bird price is going to go away within a week. So I do highly recommend to save your spot today. And you can send me a private message to learn more about the details if you do want to take it further. All right, ladies, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Happy Saturday, and I will catch you next time. All right, good night. Take care.